everybody, Kiri Dynamite here, and hello to each and every one of you out there watching. Today I'm going to be talking about Wandavision. And let me just say, off the bat, this was just an oh my god, my PlayStations is like, god, the fan is going so hard right now. Wandavision was enjoyable. When I saw the previews, my guess was that it was going to be kind of like I Love Lucy, Bewitched, that kind of vibe, and I was not let down. And I even sorry, I keep looking at the TV because I have it on pause right now. But I even like how they have it structured like it's an old TV show. Like, it's not like a wide shot, it's square. I don't know why I like that. I'm just like, it's like a nod, like, hey, look, it's old. I liked the jokes, and I actually genuinely laughed. I didn't feel like the jokes were like they were trying too hard. You know, the jokes are corny, but it's like, oh, that's funny. That's cute. Elizabeth Olsen did a really good job of playing that part from like the 1950s. Like, the way she moved her hand, like the way she moved like her body, like positioned it, like, oh, like that's how they did it back in the day. I grew up watching those old kind of shows because my parents watched them, and like as I got older, I still watch them. They're funny shows, and I think they did a good job of grabbing that essence of what that show was and putting it out for WandaVision. I like how it's weird because, okay, so I'm going to talk about Kathryn Hahn. Kathryn Hahn is hilarious. I love that her character is extra. Like, when she leaves the house, she's like, oh, this is going to be a gas. It's just like, I can't see anyone else playing her character. Listen, I'm biased because I just love Kathryn Hahn, but no one else could have played this character, period. Of course, Paul Bettany did a good job. I like one of the jokes was that he says something to Wanda about having powers, and then she says, well, why is my husband's head indestructible? And the way they talk too is also the cadence of how they talked back in the 1950s TV shows. I'm really excited to see what they're gonna do when they change years. So like the first episode is like the 1950s, then the next like the 1960s, and I guess we're gonna go in the 70s. My question is if they're gonna make it to the 80s, because oh, I love the 80s. Like, if they make it to the 80s, I'm gonna be so excited. I'm excited now, but if they even make it to like the 90s, like I'm wondering how far it's gonna go, because you kind of see how something's not right. On the first episode, Vision gets there's a heart on the calendar, and they can't remember, like, why is there a heart on the calendar? And like, oh, it must be our anniversary or something. They act like it's their anniversary, but when Vision goes to work and he's like, Mr. Hart, and then he's like, I'm supposed to come for dinner, he's like, oh, it was abbreviation, that's why the heart was on there. Oh my gosh, this is crazy. And so Vision goes home, and she opens the door, and I was about to say Elizabeth. Wanda's in like this cute nightgown, and like the boss is like, what's going on here? And she takes it, like, oh, it's just like everything that's like very 1950s. And I love that the show, like, I don't know, I miss the simplicity of I miss the simplicity of shows back in the day, as far as not being over sexualized. Like, not everything, but a lot of the things that are on TV today is just like so like in your face, and I'm like, I don't want to see those scenes. Even though the movies back in the day weren't as diverse and it lacked that, definitely, I did like that they weren't so in your face with sex all the time. And so like the actors had to work even that much harder to give you that chemistry, and to say, oh, these characters have chemistry, these characters really love each other, or they're really interested in each other. The actors had to work extra hard because they weren't throwing it in our face with nudity and whatever. So I really like that about this show. You can obviously tell that Paul Bettany and Elizabeth Olsen are able to give that chemistry without strangling us over the neck with it. So yeah, the first episode was really funny. Like I said, the comedy is very is very corny and cliche, but it's also heartfelt in that way. Like I never felt when I was watching like, oh, they're trying too hard. It was like, oh, this is really funny, and the writing is funny, making the jokes funny. And then when you have two actors like that who deliver it, and also the other actors as well, it comes off as pure funny instead of like cringy. Yeah, I really enjoyed it, and I'm trying to figure out what is going on, because obviously it's like something that Wanda has set up in her head to cope, right? But I'm wondering who's behind it all. Like, I'm still trying to figure that out. I probably won't figure it out. I'm just being honest. I didn't read the comics. I probably won't figure it out. But like when he starts choking, the boss starts choking, and the mom from that 70s show is like, stop it. Like I don't know, that scene was so weird. The pacing of the show was very funny, because it's like everything's funny, everything's flowing well, and then you get these snippets of things that are like a crack in the system that is really, really, something's very wrong. And for a moment it kind of takes me out of the sitcom, and it reminds me like this, Kiana, hi, this isn't a sitcom. Something very wrong is going on here, and that kind of takes me out of it. But I know that this sitcom can't go on forever, but I'm really enjoying it. I would honestly be fine if this was just a one-off thing, like separate from the DC, oh god. The Marvel Universe, and like it was just a sitcom of Wandavision, because I just enjoy it so much. And it's weird because I'm trying to find, I always wonder what exactly is Vision made of. Like when in the movies, Age of Ultron, when he's made, is it just only machine? Because in here he can't eat, he can't. In my mind, I'm like, okay, yeah, he's part machine, but is there some part of him that has human parts? I don't get it. I don't know. So the second episode, Wanda is trying to fit in with the neighborhood, and Kathryn Hahn's character helps her. And so she's meeting new people, and the head of the committee is this woman. I can't remember her name, but she's a blonde, and she's like she's like I said, she's the head of a committee, and Wanda's like trying to figure things out. She's helping her clean up, and she's like, this woman is like reading her, and she's like, oh, I don't think she's basically saying like, you don't fit in here, something's wrong with you, and I know something's wrong with you. But I'm like, how? I don't know. It's very curious. It's a really interesting show, but I'm enjoying it so far. I thought that I would enjoy it. I'm not let down. I have very high expectations, and Marvel usually does not let me down, like other things that we have seen from other properties.
I just want to know why you did it. That's all.
Why do you do the things you do? Like,
I was talking.
So I'm very excited about WandaVision, and I'm definitely gonna keep watching it. It's very funny, and yeah, I'm very excited to figure out what mystery lies behind this world that I think Wanda made to cope with losing Vision. But I also hope that there's a way to get Vision back. I know that's probably dumb, but is there a way to get Vision back? Because the stones, well, Tony snapped the stones. I don't know. I have to rewatch the movies, because I'm like, with time travel, you can get the stones back, but then Tony snapped, and it's okay. I don't know. I don't feel like thinking that hard. But tell me what you guys think in the comments. Are you enjoying WandaVision? What are your expectations? And what else do you want to see from the Marvel Universe or Disney Plus? What you're excited for? And that's all I have to say right now. Comment down below, and if you have any ideas for YouTube videos that you would want me to do, anything that you would want me to react to, anything that you want me to watch, let me know. And don't forget to subscribe. I would really appreciate it. We're almost to 500, which is exciting. Yeah, that's all I have to say. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Have a good old funky day or night or evening, and bye. No, for real, I probably shouldn't relate to Wanda so much as far as her creating a whole other world in her head to cope with her actual reality.